Okay, we should be live now. Gonna get this bad boy set up in Discord, and then we can start. Bad boy set up in Discord. Okay, the audio sounds perfectly fine. So the plan is we're going to go over weeks 15 and 16 today. The game we're going to watch will be week 15 between the Diablos and the Colts, which I'm quite excited about. The week 16, we currently have a tie between the Bucks and Niners and Panthers Caps. So we're going to have a tiebreaker vote to see which game we simcast. Here's a refresher of the playoff picture, by the way. The AFC is like all neck and neck. How many teams have 8 wins? Like 5 or 6 at the top? So even though like we're the 1 seed, I'm pretty sure we're only a game ahead of Baltimore. And I think there are teams behind Baltimore who are also pretty close. The NFC is a little bit more spread out with the Caps as the clear 1 seed. They probably clinch a 1 seed with a win. Because I think they're 2 games ahead of Carolina. I think. Carolina looks like the 2 right now. The NFC North and the NFC West are both colossal messes, particularly the NFC West. Every team in the NFC West is 6 and 7. So the NFC West is one giant mess. The NFC North is a little bit messy too, like it is just about every year. It seems like there's a 3-way race. The Lions are kind of out of it, but Memphis is a game ahead of Green Bay and Toronto. What is good, Boomy and Nick? We're not watching the Ravens this week. Who did the Ravens even play? Let me see. They play the Cougars. I definitely put that on the poll. And then they play the Steelers. So 2 really tough and important games since all of them are tied for first. I definitely put the Cougars game on the poll, right? Yes, I did. Okay, I figured. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. I think we are 2. Okay, so I guess we will be the user. How fun. Phil Chippendale versus Eddie Small, the top 2 quarterbacks in that draft class, who have become probably my 2 favorite players in the league, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, we don't have any fun jersey combos, so we'll just go with our regular home jerseys. Remember when the NFC West was good? Ah, yes, those good times. When the Cardinals were a juggernaut, and the Niners were a legit playoff team, and the Snowhawks started off 7-0 every year just to fall on their face at the end. And the Rams were respectable, and then the Rams had that one really good year, and then they haven't really capitalized off that since. I imagine we probably clinch a playoff spot with a win, I would think. Aren't the Colts the 2 seed? So we're a game ahead of everybody in the AFC. Yeah, the Colts are the 2 seed. I didn't even realize that. So for one thing, these are your top 2 seeds facing off, which is sort of significant, possible playoff preview. But I guess if we win, we probably clinch a playoff spot. Maybe we even clinch a first-round bye. I don't really know. I guess there's only one way to find out. While we're streaming, by the way, I'm doing FG's Fantasy Football League draft, and I'm about to pick, and I don't really know what I want to do, so I need your guys' advice. It's a 20-person league. So far, I have Devontae Adams. I really used my first-round pick on a Green Bay Packer. I'm a bad person. But I kind of need a running back, and I don't know if I want David Montgomery, James Robinson, or Miles Sanders, so I need some help. Remember when Riley Panner was a bust? Good times. Remember when we thought Sam Howell was good? I mean, in my defense, first of all, I mean, Sam Howell hasn't been that bad from what I've seen, which isn't much. I saw a little bit tonight. He wasn't that bad. But, I mean, I've never overly been high on Sam Howell to begin with. He has a lot to prove to me this year, now that his NFL-level supporting cast is gone. And if he plays well this year, then I'll probably change my opinion on him. James Robinson, James Robinson. I feel like Miles Sanders would be the best pick, but I also want to have like different players on all my fantasy teams. And in the one league, I think it's Octagonal League 1, I picked Miles Sanders, so I kind of want to change it up sometimes. And out of those three, I would probably lean towards Sanders or Robinson over Montgomery. Even though Montgomery was a beast for me last year, I had him on like a bunch of different teams, and that paid off.
First down, Indianapolis.
Want him and Diami to reunite. Diami's going to be a beast. He is real good. 14 for 26, 174, touchdown, 2 picks. Well, in his defense, the one interception I saw wasn't a bad throw. It was the play that was ripped out of the receiver's hands, which wasn't really his fault. I haven't seen the other interception yet. Okay, Montgomery was just picked, so I don't even have to worry about that temptation. So do I want Robinson or Miles Sanders? I feel like I trust Miles Sanders more, but I feel like James Robinson's kind of safer.
The pass complete to Chris Godwin. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Yeah, let's go J-Rob. Why not? I don't have J-Rob in any teams this year, and I am pretty high on him now with Travis Etienne out, so why not? So now the question is, what do I do next? Now that I have a receiver and a running back, do I just go best player available?
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Colts.
I guess I have to go BPA. Yeah, if Travis Etienne was healthy, for one thing, I don't think Robinson would be projected that high. Maybe I pick a quarterback. Yeah, the quarterbacks are kind of falling quickly. So maybe I want to do that. Sanders will get... I mean, Sanders missed a few games last year, but I wouldn't call him injury prone. And I think Miles Sanders is going to be really good this year. I think with Doug Peterson gone, they're actually going to try to run the ball effectively. So, which QBs are left? The top projected guys are Kyler, Dak, Lamar, Rodgers, and Herbert. The only one of those guys I have on a different league is Lamar. So, I think out of that group, I would know who I would want. And Saquon Barkley will get the touchdown, so the Colts are up first. Not really the ideal defensive start for us at all. Amari over Diami. I mean, I think Diami Brown is the better prospect. I think Amari Rodgers is good. I thought that was the only good pick Green Bay made. But I would pick Diami Brown over Amari Rodgers. I think Diami Brown's really underrated. Running back board is ouch. I mean, that's what you get in a 20-person league. Yeah, I think I know who my next target is. Don't like Sirianni. I don't trust Nick Sirianni. I do kind of fear with him and then Culley as well for Houston that this could be like a Jim Tomsula or Steve Wilkes situation where they don't really get a chance and are immediately fired. Not that either of those two were good. Hey, Octi, finally here. What is good? I mean, we only started like 10 minutes ago, so it's not like you're late. Eddie Small has 13 more passing touchdowns than Chip this year? What? I'm surprised Chip only has 22. I mean, he's been awfully efficient, but I figured he'd have more. Would you clinch the division if you went 2-0? You definitely clinch a playoff spot. I don't know about the division, though. Maybe. If I were to pick Dak, he would have the same bye week as James Robinson, which, I mean, since they don't play the same position, it's not that big of a deal. But again, in the 20-person league, with two of your first 3 picks, I'd prefer for them not to have the same bye week. Yeah, we cut DeAndre Jordan. I didn't think we'd keep him because that'd be dumb, and we did buy him out, thankfully. So that's good. Something tells me Dak would have probably been a top 2 or 3 fantasy quarterback last year had he not gotten injured. And I am a little bit worried about the injury stuff with him, but I mean, he has the weapons. So if he's healthy, he's going to put up numbers. We need to watch Colts Titans. Was that the other Week 15 game? Wait, no. Obviously not, because this is literally the Colts. It would have been Week 16, right? No. Oh, wait. When did they play? Did they play Week 16 and I just didn't put it on the poll? No, the Titans play the Patriots. Is that Week 17? Yes, that's Week 17. Okay, that's a really good game. I was going to say, I feel like I would have put that on the poll. And obviously, that wouldn't be this week since the Colts play us. Missed DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry when they were on the Raptors. I don't blame you. Remember when you stole Dak away from me? Who was my quarterback there? Oh, yeah, it was Tom Brady. Yeah, I'd rather Dak than Tommy Boy. Looks like Rodgers and Kyler are gone, so now my options are less. And I get to pick next, yay. In your league, I have no running, but don't you have Mike Davis? Okay, I can pick from Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, or Justin Herbert. My gut is telling me Dak, but he does have the same bye week as James Robinson, which I don't love. What's good, Bill Nye, the science guy? All right, I'm going to pick Dak. I have a good feeling about Dak. I like that we're actually trying to run the ball today, and it's working. Dalvin Cook's averaging 7 yards a carry on 7 touches. There are some Watts games where it felt like he doesn't get 7 carries at all. Who is in this league? This is the league that FG runs with 20 people. So that makes the draft a little bit more interesting. Who would I target with my next pick? I don't pick in like 30 selections, so I probably really shouldn't worry about this. How am I today? I'm doing good. How are you doing, Noel? If this was Madden, they would say good pick. Facts. Let me explain the... Oh, dear. Please explain, because J.K. Dobbins is literally injured. So... A nice touchdown for Dalvin Cook. We tried to pound the rock, and it worked in a big way. Yes, Boomy, please explain. There's literally no logic to that. For one, why did you draft 3 defenses, first of all? I don't even like to draft 2 defenses. I mean, if you do, that's fine, but 3 seems like overkill. But why would you trade for an injured player? If you didn't know he was injured, that's one thing. I get that. We all make mistakes. You sent Noel the trade, and an hour before the tweet saying Dobbins is done for the year, we agreed to it. So, okay, so you just got unlucky. I will say everyone was predicting it to be a season-ending injury before that, so I probably still would not have jumped the gun, but I guess it wasn't official. You traded him. Well, no, I think both of you guys are right, because they said that they feared it was going to be a season-ending injury, but it wasn't official. So I think both of you guys are right. Oh, God. Saquon is in the zone. That's not ideal. Because even when he's not in the zone, he's damn good. You draft 2 defenses. Yeah, for some people it's personal preferences. Same with kickers. Same with quarterbacks. I always pick 2 quarterbacks. I don't know many people who only pick 1. I think that is a little bit weird. Left it on auto, and they were the 3 in your queue. Okay. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. But still, getting 3 defenses is not ideal. Godwin to the 16. Eddie Small is playing like the Eddie Small we all know and love. Decided to skip on getting a backup and pick Rondale Moore in its place. Yeah, I would easily choose Rondale Moore over a backup kicker. Am I up soon? In like 15 picks. Okay. Yeah, I've got some good choices. I'll be fine. The running back board isn't pretty. Although I do think I know who I'd want. And it's picked off in the end zone. Is that Okuda or Vic? It is Jeff Okuda. Vic would probably have his X Factor on. So, yeah. Okuda makes a great play to jump for route. I think that was Godwin who he was trying to throw it to. Running back room is Mike Davis, James Conner, and Devin Singletary. And 2 of them are backups, exactly. That's pretty rough. Who do I have as my running backs in that league? Let me check. Is that League 1? Saquon, Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Ronald Jones, and Ty Johnson. Yeah, I mean, that's better than your running back room, I'll say that. What's good, Apple? Welcome in. How've the Colts been? You guys have been fine. Eddie Small did just throw a pick, but other than that, I think he completed his first 6 passes. That was his first incompletion. No, Burger King is hurt! No! Need to see Javi the Gambler. Barrera. I need to remind myself to change his X Factor, because I have not done that yet. That should have been picked. Okay, I'm going to go to the Reminders app and do it. Let me see here. Oh, wow, I'm up. That was fast. Okay. So the auto pick is Brandon Cooks, which I kind of like that idea. Who's the best running backs? Darrell Henderson, Damian Harris, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel. I think I'm just going to pick Brandon Cooks, to be honest. Because Brandon Cooks is good. He's going to put up numbers in Houston, even though, I mean, they don't have a steady quarterback, though. You know what? Let's get a little bit crazy. I'm going to pick Damian Harris. Because he's going to be their starting running back, I imagine. I don't think Brandon Cooks is going to fall to my next pick, so I'm totally fine with saying that I was interested in him. When I hear Burger King, all I can think of now is that one racist guy with the crown on the plane. Oh my gosh, what a classic. Did I see your OFL 22 play? I didn't get a good look at him, but I noticed he was in there. So, I didn't look at like his strengths and weaknesses or anything, but I saw the name, I saw the position, and that was about it. Nate Pearson, a.k.a. the guy worse than Casey Mize is pitching, I see. Darius Leonard brings down... How is there 2.5 minutes left in the first half? This game's going by so quick. I thought there was probably like 5 or 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Got Zeke, Monty, Lockett, and Claypool. That's not bad. I know exactly who I want with my next pick, and now I'm seeing that he's gone. Great. I was going to pick Corey Davis, but now he's off the board. Fantastic. Okay. Well, I kind of need a receiver. I pick in like 5 picks from now. The top projected guys are Will Fuller, Michael Gallup, Devontae Smith, Deebo Samuel, Marvin Jones, DJ Chark, Michael Thomas, which for a 20-person league I'd probably want to avoid, Jarvis Landry, Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, Antonio Brown, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs. Can't debate the Mize Pearson thing, but with Manoa, no. I mean, you know where I stand on that. Remember that kid I bullied in self-ads? Good times. Really good times. So we're going to have to settle for the field goal. It's Harrison and Butker. Are there any good tight ends available? Is Hawk still there? No. Yeah, I don't think I want a tight end. Yeah, I'm picking one of the receivers. Okay, I'm on the board. Do I want Gallup, Devontae, Deebo, Marvin Jones, DJ Chark, Jarvis Landry, Hollywood Brown? Jarvis Landry feels like a safe pick, but he doesn't score touchdowns. Yeah, I think I'd rather avoid Jarvis Landry. I'm going to pick Devontae Smith. I think he's the best choice there. Marvin would not have been bad, but the Jaguars have like a logjam at the top there with not Debo. I meant DJ, not Debo. DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault. Although ETN's targets are now gone, which would be a lot, but Devontae Smith is head and shoulders the best receiver on his team. So I stole your pick. Well, I'm sorry, Chief. So I have Devontae Adams, James Robinson, Dak, Damian Harris, and Devontae Smith. I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. I think that's a good squad. For a 20-person league, keep in mind. Pearson should try throwing 106 right now. I don't think that's humanly possible. I think he was in. Malachi Arnold, I think he was in bounds. I'm rooting for Eddie to do great. I'm rooting for Eddie to do great, and I'm rooting for Eddie to lose. The Caps lost to London last week, yeah. So they're now 11-2, and they lost to us earlier in the year in a watch game. India's 2 timeouts, so time is not an issue for them. Unless they do something colossally bad, like that time when they just needed to kick a field goal to win the game in overtime and chose to go for it on 4th down and inches in a playoff game. Do we all remember that, by the way? Now that Apple's here, I feel like I can, talk about it. So the winner would take the 1 seed? I guess so, yeah. The winner would probably take over the 1 seed. So this is a very important game. Skill positions are just like Ohio State with Nick... Are you saying that your skill positions are loaded like Ohio State? Because at first I thought you were just going to list off a bunch of Ohio State players, but then you say Nick Chubb, and I'm like, what? The Colts would be wise to probably take a shot for the end zone and then kick a field goal. If they just go for the field goal, that works too. Oh God, are they gonna throw a check down up the middle? I can just see it already. I can see it already. They're gonna throw a 5-yard pass up the middle, or just waste all the time. Oh, well, I guess that works. A last-second touchdown for Malachi Arnold to give him the lead. Eddie Small should not have taken that much time to throw, because if he had taken a while and been incomplete, the clock would have still hit 0. So, good play by him, I guess, but that was dangerous.
His kick is good. Makes the score Colts 14.
All the best players available are wide receivers. I don't know how to feel about that. Where would I want to go next? Ooh, I know exactly who I want. I know exactly who I want. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna fall, but I know exactly who I want. Eddie better than your favorite quarterback. I mean, probably. He's been better than Smirnov this year. Is Eddie Small the best quarterback in the league right now? Honestly, I would say yes. If I were to rank all quarterbacks, just like in general, to be honest, Eddie's probably number 1. I mean, do we have an argument? I mean, Riley Painter's arguably been on Eddie's level this year, but Eddie's been better for longer. Eddie's been better than Chip for longer. Eddie's been better than Jordan Love for longer. Smirnov is having a down year. So, to be honest, I would say Eddie Small is the best quarterback in the league right now. And Apple literally got him for a 2nd-round draft pick. Bring back Octagonal Sports. It's been 3 years. Ah, yes, the good old days of that channel. It was Mahomes in a 2nd. Well, considering how much Mahomes has played the past 2 years, you pretty much traded a 2nd-round pick for him. When is Gridiron... I just haven't really had time for that. I would like to bring that back. I don't know when or if that would be, but I'd like to bring that back. Katz is not better than Eddie Small. I think Katie Katz is really good, but he's not on Eddie Small's level. I don't think anyone's on Eddie Small's level, to be honest. And that's not even me being a biased Eddie Small fanboy. I just don't think anyone's better than him right now. Small didn't play. Yes, yeah, he benched Small for Cover. Which, to be honest, I mean, Colbert isn't that bad. Where is Colbert now? Oh, yeah, he's back on the Raiders as their backup. It's kind of wild that he was like a starter for a few years and then has just completely fallen off the map. Andy Morrison cannot hold Eddie Small's jockstrap. Again, I think Andy Morrison is really good. I think him and Katie Katz are both possible MVP candidates. But they're not better than Eddie Small, no. I think the only quarterback who really has a super legit argument with him would be Smirnov, just because he's been so good for so many years. But Eddie Small has been way better than Smirnov this year. Should I grab it? I mean, if you don't have one, you probably should. I mean, the quarterback board's probably rough. Oh, God! Yeah, that's bad. The top projected quarterback is Tua. So, eek! That's not pretty. Okay, I pick in like 8 picks. Is my guy still there? Yes, he is. He had the same bye week as my other players at that position. Let me see. He does not. Fantastic. Nice little field goal for the Diablos. We're now only down by 1. Octu, when he said he'd bring it back, hint. He won't. Maybe. Is Lamar Jackson a good pick in fantasy? It depends on when you pick him. Like, if you use a first-round pick on Lamar Jackson, then probably not. But, I mean, as a fantasy quarterback, he's probably in the top 5. I mean, Mahomes is ahead of him. Josh Allen. Kyler, probably. Russ. Maybe Kyler. Maybe Dak. Maybe Rodgers. So, I would say Lamar is anywhere between, like, 4 and 8 on a bad day. I should consider picking a backup quarterback now. I mean, with the options there, I mean, I do have 2 running backs and 2 receivers already, but yeah, I think I know. I think I'm going to pick my target. It's a risky pick. Should I? Marvin Jones is still there. What is the tight end board? Not pretty. Okay, great. Guarantee you don't want Nick Foles as your backup. That's true. I mean, in a 20-person league, there's only 32 NFL starting quarterbacks. So, So I would need to pick my backup quarterback sooner than later. When you have Diggs, D-Hop, Cooper, Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd, DJ Chark, Darnell Mooney, and you can't start them because you only have 3 slots. Oh, look at Barkley to the house for a touchdown. Fields and Lance are the next 2 after Tua, yeah. And then after that, there's a big drop. Although there's someone down the board who I like, who I've picked in multiple leagues. Eddie Small pumped up. That's our MVP. In my opinion, at this point, I would probably say Eddie is the MVP favorite. My question is, what will happen during the OFL 22 Fantasy Draft? Take Mac Jones. The only year you would want Foles in fantasy was 20. The only time you'd want him is when he had that game when he threw 7 touchdowns. Kirk? What is Kirk's projection? Because he can't... He's still on the board, I would think. Yeah, he is 219. He's the 5th quarterback available. Oh, I don't know if I really want Kirk Cousins. I feel like when in a 20-person league, you have to get your picks right, so you don't feel as good about taking risks. But on the flip side, it's harder to win a 20-person league, so your best chance would be to take risks. So, do I make the risky pick, or do I go with a safe pick? You know what? We're going to go balls to a wall. I'm going to pick Trey Sermon. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Was that Jalen Mitten with the sack? That's what it looked like. Well, you know, I mean, Kirk's numbers aren't bad. He has... let me see his numbers last year, because he did have some really good weeks. Damn, he threw 35 touchdowns and 4,200 yards. Jesus Christ. He was good the second half of the year. Huh. I mean, their offense isn't that much different. Phil, under pressure, launches a goddamn nuke. I don't care if that was incomplete. That throw was nuts. It's a hold, so it doesn't matter. Are you an elite coach after these 2 seasons? I mean, you're up there. Ooh, Jalen Mitten is hurt. Kirk is a stat god. I don't know if I want to pick a quarterback now, but I need to pick one sooner than later. I do pick again soon. What is the deal with receiver? What if I pick Michael Thomas, who is still available? That'd be another balls to the wall pick, although I don't know if I want 2 risky picks in a row. The running backs are not great. The top one is projected are A.J. Dillon and Jamal Williams, who are backups. Although Jamal Williams is my boy. He's quickly become one of my favorite players on the team. But he is a backup, nonetheless. I mean, Michael Carter is there, if we want to do that. I don't know if I'm confident to say he's, like, the starter. Without counting seasons 1 to 3, are you a top 10 coach in the OFL? I mean, to be honest, I would say you're close. Barkley only has 9 rushes. Yeah, he should probably get the ball more. Although, I mean, it's not like your quarterback's bad. Your quarterback is the GOAT. That probably should have been picked off. Yeah, Eddie's numbers in this game are absurd. Very typical of Eddie Small. Didn't I have the Colts making the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year? Or the OFL Bowl, excuse me? I think I had them losing to Toronto. Because I figured now that Nick wasn't the coach, this was going to be the year that they were going to, you know, do it. Yeah, I had the T-Birds over Colts. And I had Riley Painter winning MVP, remember. I nailed that. Even if Painter doesn't win it, I nailed that. I nailed the awards. Josh Jacobs, Offensive Player of the Year. He probably won't be a candidate, but he could. Reggie Pater's Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he's been the best defensive player of the second half of the season. Javi Beretta, your meme Mercedes is for Rookies of the Year. I think I probably nailed that right on the head. Are you the best coach in the OFL? Well, you're not a coach. How can you be the best coach when you're not a coach? Ronald Jones is there if I want to do that. I mean, I've never been overly high on Ronald Jones, but I think he would count as their starter. Yeah, I feel like I need a safe running back. With Trey Sermon, who's, like, risky, I need a safe running back. Okay, yeah, I know who I want. 14 seconds in, and Michigan State. Who does Michigan State play? In a world without Eddie Small, who's the MVP? Ames gun at the forehead. I mean, I think it's a two-way race right now between Eddie Painter, God, Eddie Small and Riley Painter. So by default, I guess Painter. Yeah, because LeBron the best coach. LeBron's the best GM. I think that everyone isn't an OFL member would say Javi would win Offensive Rookie. You're just looking at the ratings. And I figured since he was probably the only surefire quarterback, he would be the safe bet. So, I mean, that wasn't like a very exciting pick. But for the most part, quarterbacks do win Offensive Rookie of the Year here. So, tomorrow we're going to beat the brakes off of West Virginia. I don't know about that, Chief. Maybe. Can you please draft A.S. Muncher Jr. in the OFL 22 draft? I mean, I'm probably still not going to let myself draft. So, no. Ooh, I'm up next. Is the guy I want still there? Yes, he is. Okay, I know exactly who I want. As long as team you lost to a Glizzy doesn't pick my guy, I think I'll be fine. Not Burger King again! Liberty will destroy... Who is Cornell? You mean Cornell? Like the Ivy League school? I think J.C. Treader went there. Oh, Campbell! The Camels! I'm actually invested in Liberty this year. Now that I'm on the Malik Willis hype train, I actually have a vested interest in them. And I'm going to try to watch a lot of games. Am I ready for the Ducks and Buckeye? Oh, look at Juju. I'll get back to my point in a second. Juju to the house. And we could tie it up pending the 2-point conversion. Okay, I'm up. I know who I want. I'm going to pick Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones is a safe pick. So, Yeah, that's why I'm going to do that. Everyone in the chat was saying Trout during the first pick. Oh, yeah, because Trout was a user. People thought that would be the pick. I kind of thought it was going to be Trout, too. I was like, he should probably pick Javi, but I kind of think it's going to be Trout. And when you DM'd me Javi, I was like, wow, I think he nailed it. Which I guess that was true. Can Mexico City get the 2-point conversion to tie? Yup. Is Travis Kelce number 80? I think so. Travis Kelce ties it at 21. But as I was trying to say, I mean, since I knew Ohio State and Oregon were going to play this year, I've always, like, tried not to get my hopes up, but it's kind of hard. I really want to get my hopes up, but I also want to be realistic about it, and I don't want to be disappointed, because chances are Ohio State's going to win. Although they did not look perfect at all yesterday, chances are they're going to win. But I can't, because Oregon's a really good team. So I can't help but get my hopes up for us. But I also want to be realistic about it. Dear God, that was a nice move by Barkley. Is Talia, what year is Talia? I actually don't know off the top of my head. Is he a sophomore? Is he like, I think isn't he a redshirt sophomore? Because he was he played last year, and then he was at Alabama for a year. Oh, he's just an outright junior. Okay. So he is draft eligible. Although I don't know if I'd say he's a draft prospect as of now. Probably not at this moment. Travis Kelce. Might tank year one like how Nick did this. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Although I think that's what everyone's going to do. So, just keep that in mind. I think everyone's going to try to lose games. Second half versus many made me believe again after the first half made you consider switching schools. I mean, our front seven is pretty darn good. So, if Anthony Brown is what I think he can be, I think as long as we make it competitive. If we can keep it competitive with the Buckeyes, I won't be that upset. He will go off. I don't know. Not the... Oh, but the first year of watch... So the first actual year. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if everyone's going to tank year one. Maybe, I think some people will. Mooney's going to be your flex. He could be he's an interesting sleeper. I think a lot of people think he's kind of a sleeper. So, I mean, is he really if everyone thinks he is? But he could have a nice year. He's probably, what, the Bears wide receiver 2? Behind Allen Robinson? I don't think there's really anyone who could possibly jump Mooney on the depth chart. When you search under Talia under his name, it says to his brother. Not even a football player. Damn! That's cold. From the 26, it's a big sack for Joe Scobert for a loss of 9. Yeah, I mean, the stats are going to be inflated because of the 17 games. I'm not still fully used to seeing those stats, so whenever, like, I'm in Madden and I'm at the end of the year, I'm like, God damn, these are insane numbers. But then I have to realize everyone played an extra game. Although, I mean, the amount of players who get, like, 25 rushing touchdowns in a single season is absurd. I mean, that's not even inflation. That's just, like, ridiculous. Okay, the guy I almost picked with my last choice is still right staring me in the face on the board. Although I don't really want to pick that position. I almost feel like I have to. I do have a backup plan. Oh, no, he's gone. Okay, never mind. There's also another guy I really want, who it might be too early for, but to be honest, I just might want to make sure I get him. Yeah, I know exactly who I want. Don't like how... Yeah, running backs are just too good stat-wise. Oh, did he miss it? It's no good! Let go! And now Phil Chippendale and company can drive down the field and win the game. Okay, there's 3 people ahead of me. Now 2. Now 1. Pokemon, you better not pick the guy I want. You better not. Don't do it. Don't do it, Pokemon. God damn it. That is the guy I wanted. Okay, well, now I actually have a tough choice. Of all the people, he had to pick Terrace Marshall. I'm salty. I need a tight end, so I'm gonna pick Cole Kmet. I'm trading for him. I don't care. I'm gonna get him. I have Terrace Marshall on every single one of my teams. I'm not letting that streak stop now. You wanted to pick a rookie. Elijah Moore was right there. You could have just picked him. Elijah Moore's cool. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him, guys. Watch. I'm going to do it. We should have done a 32-person. That would be like... Some of the starting quarterbacks there would be rough. We should do a... I mean, you guys can step at it. I know nothing about hockey, obviously. Oh, fumble! And it's picked up by the Diablos. Saquon lost the ball. Was that Derwin who forced it? And is that Fuzzy Blumpkins? Is his name Fuzzy? You want a good... Elijah Moore's good. Amon-Ra St. Brown's kind of good. Kind of good. Rashad Bateman's good and hurt, but good. Nico Collins is good. Kadarius Toney's good. I'm going to get him. Don't worry. We'll make this work. They're not going to review it. Uh-oh. Try. You went. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, you know a little bit about football. I mean, I could try, but I mean, I don't know those people. I might know the guys picked in the first round. Amon-Ra's wide receiver. He is wide receiver 3, but I'm not convinced he's going to put up good numbers. Although I like what he brings to the table. I think he'll be. I hope he'll be good. Nico Collins is on the Texans. He's no longer good. No Nico Collins slander. Okay, so now I have to pick someone who I think Pokemon would want, because I'm getting Terrace Marshall on my team. I'm going to do it. What a way to lose. I mean, there's still a minute. We should kneel the ball and kick a field goal if we're smart. The Colts should let Dalvin Cook score if they're smart. Which they don't. That was not a good decision. Okay, Elijah Moore's going. I didn't really want to get my hopes up that he would stay there. So, thank you for not letting me get my hopes up. Why didn't we run the clock out to 0? That's really dumb. I mean, good touchdown, Dalvin. You've had one hell of a game. But why did we not run the clock down? Pick a Giant. Well, the problem is, Sterling Shepard is the top projected receiver. The problem is, the Giants... But Sterling Shepard is the top projected guy. So, honestly... Small was pissed. And they're out of timeout, so they are in trouble.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
I forgot Green Bay plays Toronto. That's like a really important game. Nice gain for Godwin, but he stays in bounds, so they have to move quick. Oh, they did move pretty quick. They still have to move quick, but now this is a reasonable play, 32 yards. If they can get back to the line in time, which it looks like they will, can they snap it? They will. This is for the ball game. What the hell? The clock expired. They were running verticals deep downfield. But Eddie throws a 3-yard check down. Ooh, I'm on the clock. Okay, Pokemon, do you want Sterling Shepard? Because he is on the board. Aguilar's going. That's not good. I was going to pick Aguilar. I kind of feel like I should pick as if I don't make a trade. Just to be safe. So... I mean, Emmanuel Sanders is safe. Is Jamison Crowder going to play? I'm going to pick Bryan Edwards. Remember last one you had Devontae, Calvin Ridley, and DK? Well, that's pretty nasty. That is pretty nasty. The Colts outgained us by 100. They threw for 200 more passing yards than us. They still lost. Eddie Small played pretty well, so did Chip. Dalvin Cook was a beast. Why did we have 2 offensive linemen get hurt? Why? Just why? So we definitely clinched a playoff spot, I assume. We might clinch a 1 seed, too. Oh, God, the defenses are starting to get picked. I imagine the kickers will soon, too. Bryan Edwards, for $100 million man! Oh, what a contract. Good old Naruto. Alrighty, it is... Ooh, Javi's X Factor. I'm not going to forget. Although, it doesn't really matter in the sim, does it? I mean, I'll do it. Might as well. Damn, Chip is a 96? I didn't realize he was that high. I knew it was high, but, geez, I thought it was like a 93. Alrighty, let's simulate. And since we're in Week 16, let's vote for the Simcast Game of the Week. I love how I say that, like, Simcast Game of the Week, like as if, like, I don't know, it's special. So, do we want the... we should probably vote after we see the results of the games. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. The Raiders won. Oh, God. Raiders are not going to quit, are they? The Dolphins. Uh-oh, they lose to the Bengals. That's a big deal for Miami's playoff hopes. And that's good news for everybody fighting in the AFC wildcard. Lamar Jackson was really good. Brandon Lampman was not. It is official. Madden hates you. I mean, that's not like that heartbreaking of a loss. I think the only unreasonable thing there was the last play of the game where Eddie threw the check down. Other than that, there wasn't like anything totally like weird. The Eagles beat the Rams 27-20. I had a feeling going into today that the Rams were going to take the lead in the division. Because, I mean, the Rams would find a way to win this division. But I guess this won't help. Austin Buckley and Keith Priolia were both pretty good. Who is Jarvis Val? Oh, I remember scouting this guy. He was kind of good. He was like a pretty good undrafted free agent. I guess he's starting over the always injured Jaquan Gore, who cannot stay healthy to save his life. What are the odds of him making the playoffs? I think going into the week, I would say pretty high, but we'll see if anything changes. Here to tell you that we should start doing revisions in OFL 22 tonight. I mean, I'm going to be in a 2-hour car ride tomorrow, and I don't have anything else to do, so maybe. We'll see. Ooh, the Lions put up 22 points in the fourth quarter, but they still lose. Oh, yeah, IT is hurt. I forgot. They have Ben Roseman? I didn't even know that. Ben Roseman tried to make a fourth quarter comeback. He threw 3 touchdowns, but it was not enough. So San Francisco is now 7-7. Keep in mind, they do have the tiebreaker over Arizona, but with a 4-way tie in the division, I have no idea how all those tiebreakers would work, so I feel like tiebreakers are not as important. Glad you traded Jaquan Gore. Yeah, that was a really good move. Ben Roseman is the Lions starter for the rest of the year, yeah. Ooh, the Jags clobber Tennessee, 42-14. Joe Burrow with 4 touchdowns. He's trying to make a late MVP push. He might. Javi Beretta was not all that good. Christian Kirk had a nice game. He has been unreal with the Titans. What a pickup. So are all 3 of these teams like 8-6? The Jags, the Titans, and the Colts? I think so. The New York Jets beat the Saints 10-7. Okay. Am I up soon? I'm up kind of soon, yeah. I think I know who I want to pick. And he is still there. Okay, yeah, I know exactly who I want. I don't think he's going to be available for me, but I'm going to get my hopes up, and I'm going to be sad when he's gone. What happened to Derrick Henry? Why didn't he get the ball? Wait, where's Derrick? Wait, why did I think Derrick Henry was on the Jets? Wait, I'm so confused. Where is he? He's still on the Jets, right? Am I going crazy? Oh no, they have Tyler Lockett. I'm dumb right now. I forgot they had Tyler Lockett. I just had a giant brain fart there. Derrick Henry is on the Bills, not the Jets. Why did I think otherwise? Currently want to know what team you would be. Well, we're not sharing anything. You guys are all going to have to see. Oh my word! Is this one of those games where Katie Katz throws 5 touchdowns? Okay, 4. Close enough. Shanghai Sharks. Norris Doris did not play well. Josh Jacobs with a big game. Kasim Lamb and Kenny Galladay scored twice. Hey, Wally did not allow a sack. Good for him. Because that's pretty rare for Wally. Carolina. Ooh, they lost to the Bucks. So the Caps are like a virtual lock at this point for 1 seed. If the Caps clinch for 1 seed, there's not really much of a point to choosing to simcast that game. I'll trade for Ben Simmons. Norris Doris, the Shanghai Sharks quarterback. Yes! He was meant to be a Shanghai Shark. Andy Morrison right now is better than Doris. I agree. For the long term, I would still pick Doris because that X factor is a big deal. Hey, the Bills won. Kenneth Hawthorne had a typical Kenneth Hawthorne type game, which is, well, not very good. Yeah, why did I think Derrick Henry was on the Jets just now? I'm used to him being on the Jets. I guess because we haven't followed the Bills a ton this year because they haven't been good. But still, I don't know why I thought that. Your coach name will be Andy Morrison. Cool. I think a lot of people are probably going to do OFL Legends, which I think is a good idea. Why, Steelers? Why'd you have to let the Raiders win? Marvin Jones with 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kyler Murray was decent. I'm officially announcing that Javi Beretta is joining Bishop Sycamore. We need Bishop Sycamore and Javi Beretta to play against Norris Doris and the Shanghai Sharks. Who would win? Oh, wow, the guy who won is still there, and I'm up in like 5 picks. If Pokemon picks him again, we're going to have problems, okay? We're going to have problems. You're going to do Malcolm Tremblay? Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, the Cougars beat Baltimore, so Chicago is now in first place because the Ravens and the Steelers lost. DR3 and Morrison were both pretty good. Shoot, what should your coach name? I mean, I would say Norris Doris, but since he is a Mickey Mouse fraudulent quarterback, I mean, if you want to do a legend, I mean, can you really go wrong with Reggie Peters? Why has Madden not added Bishop Sycamore yet? I don't know. Oh, God. The only team in front of us is Pokemon. Yes! He did not pick my guy. I wanted Zach Wilson. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank you, Pokemon, for not picking the player I wanted. Although Amon-Ra would have been cool. He picked Amon-Ra St. Brown, for reference. The Saints lost. Wow, they are ice cold. The Cardinals put up 37 on Orlando. Eddie Small, coach of the football team. Smirnov with 3 touchdowns and 400 yards. That's the Alexei Smirnov we all know and love. Big game for N'Keal Harry. Roman Higgins caught 1 pass for 7 yards. Roosevelt Cross, 3 sacks. I'm up again soon. Who do I want? Oh dear, the defenses on the board are not good. Okay, I know who I want. I kind of have a bad feeling he'll get picked, but I know who I want. Portland beats the Texans. So Portland, Arizona, and San Francisco all win. That's a big deal. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdowns. Are there any good running backs on the board? Dear Lord, there are not. How about wide receiver? It's not as bad. We have 4 running backs, though, don't we? Yeah, we don't need a running back that bad. So now he throws to the slot. He does it when I'm in the slot. Jelani Salami with a sack. It's a shame he couldn't do that in Detroit. The Steamers stay hot. They beat the Bulldogs 34-10. I think the Caps probably clinch the 1 seed now, I would think. With London losing 2. Will Duvall is a stud. He's a stud. He's been a machine the second half of the year. G. Willigers, he's good. Josh Allen, 2.5 sacks. The Steelers lost. Texans lost. Toronto lost. The Titans lost. Bengals won. The Bills won. The Bucks won. We saw that. The Bulldogs lost. The Caps lost to the Chargers, 23-6. So I guess the Caps don't clinch a 1 seed quite yet, because they scored 6 against the Chargers. Vincenzo noticeably outplayed Riley Painter. Oh, I'm up. The auto pick suggests I choose Tyler Bass, and I think that's a good idea. That's who I wanted anyway. Okay, back to business. Check injuries. Did anyone get hurt? Like anyone noticeable? Cardinals won. The Chargers won. Kansas City. They beat the Cowboys 31-17, so the Chiefs are trying to hang on for dear life. Bo Morrow got in and threw a touchdown. Scooter Young played pretty well. Roman Higgins must have gotten injured. We can check. I'm willing to bet you he did not get injured. I mean, I guess it's possible, but... Eddie better than Painter? I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of, not biasedly, leaning towards Eddie. For this, just this year. In general, obviously, Eddie. I think that's got to be everyone, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we can check injuries for you. So do we want the Bucks and 49ers or Panthers and Caps? So let me run down their situations for you guys. The Caps have clinched the division, by the way, but not the 1 seed. So the Bucks are 8-6. They're probably projected to make a wild card, but nothing guaranteed. And then in the West, the Niners are technically in first place, but it's a 3-way tie. The Caps, with a win, clinch the 1 seed. And then Carolina, with a win, probably clinches the division. So both games are very important. So, do we want Bucks, Niners, or Panthers and Caps? Caps, Panthers, Carolina, Columbus, Panthers, Caps. I kind of want to see Panthers and Caps too. So it looks like that's probably what's going to win. The weekly awards, Alexei Smirnov, Joe Burrow, Roosevelt Cross, and... Is his name Marcus Billups? I have no idea who that is. Check AFC South? Okay. We might as well just go through all the divisions real quick, just so everyone can get a heads up. Cougars are in first place in the North. Ravens and Steelers right behind. 3-way tie in the South. Jets are winning the East. There was a 3-way tie in the East going into the week? I didn't even know that. In the West, the Diablos and Raiders are neck and neck. Steamers are a game ahead of Green Bay in the North. Panthers are a game ahead of the Bucks in the South. The Caps have won the East. And the NFC West is a beautiful mess. Okay, we can check injuries. I guarantee he won't be in there. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Oh, he's not in there. Siri picked 2. I don't remember who 2 is. Is it... I think it's the Caps? I actually have no idea who 2 is. It is the Caps. Okay, so Jax can pick his jerseys. Although jerseys don't really matter, he can still pick them. So Smirnov is a fraud then. Yeah, the player of the week, Alexei Smirnov, is clearly a fraud. You guys pick. Okay, so do we want to see all blue, all white, regular home? That's not regular home. Regular home or regular away? That's not regular away. All blue, all white, or one of the regulars? All blue. I vote for all blue too. All white. So that's 2 for blue, 1 for white. All white since I'm right. Finish the line. You know you want to finish the line. If we don't come to a consensus, then Siri can pick. Blue is going to be 1, white is going to be 2. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 2. Which one did I say was 2? I think I said white was 2. Very rare L by Siri. Very rare L. How do I have the second best AFC overall? I mean, you guys are 8 and 6. That's not bad. And a very deep AFC where that's like 8 and 6 might still be the 2 seed right now, because we're 1. The Raiders are 9 and 5, but the Raiders are a wild card. Ooh, the Cougars would be 2. So whoever's leading the AFC South would be 3. So that might get you 3. Why are the Caps? Well, the Caps have an easier schedule. The AFC is actually better than the NFC this year. I know, wild. The AFC is super deep, the NFC is not. The Caps are just a really good team. Alright, we're going to start. We're going to go by quarter to start. And we're going to see how that goes. Okay, the Caps are dominant through the first quarter. Are the Caps playing the 2020 Steelers? I don't think so. Panthers have a nice quarter. They cut it to 8. Is Riley Painter dancing on... He can't dance on logos because there's literally none. I meant to do quarter. Can't dance on a logo if there's not one on the field. So, blame the Caps. Yeah, we can still go fast. Yeah, the Caps have this game in the bag. Okay, what just happened? 45 points now. So after scoring 6 against the Chargers, the Caps offense matches that with a 45-point performance. And the Columbus Caps have now officially clinched the #1 seed in the NFC Conference, and they will get a first-round bye in the playoffs. Right? Yeah, no, they definitely clinched 1 seed. Okay. Riley Painter throws for 5 touchdowns and no interceptions, so his MVP case certainly goes up. Dak was okay. Carolina should probably still make the playoffs, I think. Probably. Brandon Oldham, I thought his name was Bradford for whatever reason. Brandon Oldham and Stephon Diggs scored twice. TJ Watt, 1.5 sacks. Trent Boyd with a pick. Is Eddie small? No, Eddie's tall. His name should be Eddie Tall. Why is my screen like this? Why is your YouTube dark? That's my question. I know dark mode is an option, but who uses YouTube dark? How many touchdowns does Painter have? I kind of want to see before we simulate. I kind of want to see. No, dark Discord is better than light. Jesus, these are good numbers. Dark Discord over light. Light mode Twitter over dark. Light mode YouTube over dark. That's the correct combination. If anyone disagrees, you're a psychopath. 2 new injuries. Oh, what happened here? Oh, Chidobe! No! Not Chidobe! Drew Tranquil and Xavier Howard are here too, but not Chidobe! Why? Who do they have at corner? Behind Chidobe and Howard. Would Chidobe be back for the OFL Bowl? If they made it? I have no idea. Ooh, yikes. Yikes. Trent Boyd, who's a 99 overall, by the way. He's a 99. Goddamn. Oh my word, these numbers are good. His catching rating is low, but he gets a bazillion interceptions. 3, 2, 4, 4. That's a lot of picks for someone with 59 catching. Just saying. But, yeah, that cornerback room without Howard and Chidobe is eek. Yeah, no, he was drafted with Superstar, and he hasn't gone up. He hasn't had, like, an elite season interceptions-wise. He's always just been really good. London lost again, I think. Did that just say the Titans were getting a new stadium? Huh. Cool. Am I almost... Oh, God, I'm on deck. Okay, I know exactly who I want. Do I? Do I know who I want? Yeah, these running backs are rough. No disrespect to Jarrett Patterson, but when Jarrett Patterson's the third best running back on the board, that's not ideal. And I like Jarrett Patterson, too. I really like him. But yes, I know exactly who I want. Pokemon, you better not. You better not pick him. Okay, good. We are going to pick Rashad Bateman. I don't care if he's injured. He's good at football. 49 points now from the Cardinals. So their offense has just decided to figure it out. Now I see. This is the Alexei Smirnov and Joe Burrow game we've all been waiting for. Smirnov throws 5 touchdowns. Burrow throws 4 picks. Alexei Smirnov had a really good stream today. Alexander Madison with a big game. Roman Higgins, 5 for 93. Not as good as N'Keal Harry, though. But still pretty good. So the Cardinals and Jags, I think, are both 8-7, I want to say now. I think they're both 8-7. That's a lot of picks. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering they had 4. The Chargers, they won again over Chicago. Ooh. I don't think the Chargers have much of a shot. Oh, my word. Vincenzo Pizzotti throws 6 touchdowns. Wow. Okay. So the Chargers are making a push. So the Chargers started the year off really well. Middle of the year, they were absolute dog water. And then here at the end of the year, they're really good again. Beating the 2 teams who just made the OFL Bowl last year, who both happen to be really good again. Yeah, this is a weird team. The Chiefs beat the Raiders 34-9. Thank you, KC! This is the one time I'd want the Chiefs to win. Thank you. Scooty Young had a nice game. He throws 3 touchdowns. Show the Bengals T-Birds game now. How about no? That game's probably going to be like last. Alphabetically. That's going to be right at the end. Vincenzo Pizzotti. The Colts beat the Bills 31-17. So Indy is now a full game ahead of Jacksonville. Eddie Small with another nice performance. Don't worry, Apple. You guys aren't losing to the Bills. If you guys lose to the Bills, then there are some serious questions. Okay, I'm about to pick. I know who I want. Why is this team only on 10% of rosters? The Bears' defense is kind of good, no? I'm thinking Bears' defense. Show it now. What if I don't want him? Eddie just better. We already saw the Cougars. They lost. Dallas. Oh, so London won. Okay, so they were 8-6 going into the week. Why did I think they lost? Deshaun Watson and Aaron Trout both got sacked a lot. The Bears' defense is good. I know, but it's only on 10% of rosters, which is kind of odd. What positions do I need? Have I picked a tight? Oh, yeah, I have Cole Kmet. Okay. What do I need? Yeah, I mean, the top projected player on the board is Alan Lazard, so it is bad. It is bad. I think I know who I want. He's probably not going to fall. Yeah, no, he's definitely not going to fall. Okay. I'll just wait till my pick, because the board now is Eek. I know Cole Kmet's not that good, but I didn't have any other choices. There are a lot of teams. Yeah, but a lot of the defenses are gone. That's the thing. If we win, I think we probably clinch the 1 seed. Woo-hoo! 20-17. Mexico City's probably going to be the 1 seed. We definitely clinch the division now that we're 2 games ahead of the Raiders, but I think we probably get the 1. And Chippendale played awful. He had 5 interceptions going into this game, and now he throws 3. I don't know if I can confidently say Chip is an MVP candidate because his numbers are not that impressive. I think Chip has had an awesome year. But statistically, I mean, his numbers don't really pop out. Get Herndon, he's starting. I mean, I already have a tight end, but I mean, those Chris Herndon stocks are going way up. Which I drafted Christopher Herndon in a league before he was a starter. Mainly because my tight end room was bad. But those Chris Herndon stocks are way up. Orlando beats Miami, so the Dolphins' chances are pretty much done. Whoa, Tua Tagovailoa, 4 touchdowns. That's a lot. Orlando has a very slight chance. Very slight. They would need a lot to happen. Wentz is going to be fire. Read up on Wentz and Nelson. Well, it seems like both of those guys are healthy. Or getting healthy quickly. The Eagles lost to us. The Niners won against the Bucs. So the Niners and Cardinals are both 8-7. Could multiple teams in the NFC West make the playoffs? I mean, probably. Probably. But I think if the Niners win next week, they're probably in. Tre'Davious White with 2 interceptions. The Jags got pummeled. The Jets beat the Texans 34-31. What are the odds that Tua is out of the league by 2023? As someone who's not high on Tua, 0. He might not. I think there's a slight chance Tua might not be like a starting caliber quarterback in 2023, but he's not going to be out of the league. Being a backup does not mean you're out of the league. The Bucs are a fraudulent organization. I agree. Frauds. As a backup, okay, well that's a lot more likely. So Tua in 2023 will be in his 4th year. I don't know, 30% chance he's a backup? Ooh, the Lions beat Memphis. So the NFC North opens up quite a bit. Ben Roseman with a W against a possible playoff team. So the NFC North is going to be really weird. If the Packers win, then they'll tie themselves with the Steamers. If Toronto wins, they'll be 1 back. So I guess if Toronto loses, they're probably done. Speaking of the Packers, they do win 34-32 over the New Orleans Saints. Katie Katz was pretty good. He had a Jameis Winston type game. Remember when you accidentally deleted your league? I've done that before. I don't think I've done that with the OFL, but I've done that with other save files. I accidentally skipped over receiving stats. There you go. Sexy Ben Rose. Whoa, I mean, sus alert. Better than fraud Isaiah Thomas. I mean, low key. We already know that. The Titans beat New England, so the Titans and Colts are tied for first. So the winner of that game wins the AFC South. New England put up 21 points in the first quarter and lost. That's the most Kenneth Hawthorne-like thing ever. Javi Beretta with 3 interceptions. Ooh, I'm up next. Okay, hold on. Is Chris Evans still on the board by chance? No. Okay, I didn't think he would. Who would I want? The thing suggests I pick Tony Jones. I've got to be honest. Who is Tony Jones? That's how far down we've gone. Jeez, these players suck. Oh, Diami Brown's right there. Okay, I'm going to do that. Diami Brown's good. Those running backs, though, were jugh. We watch Titans, Colts, or Ban. I don't think there's a way we don't watch that game, to be honest. There's no way we don't. The Rams appear to be done. So in the wild NFC West, Portland goes 2-0, Arizona goes 2-0, San Francisco goes 2-0, and the Rams go 0-2. So now it is a 3-way tie with the Rams pretty much out of the race. Gambler might not have been good indeed. Well, I don't think X Factors matter in this sim, so I don't really think it matters. The leading receiver of this game had 43 yards. Ouch! That's pretty bad. How many picks are there left? 2? Yeah, there's 2. I want to pick a running back, but when Tony Jones is the best one on the board, I don't know if I should. I've literally never heard of that guy in my life. Baltimore beats the Steelers, so the Ravens and Cougars are now tied at 9-6, and Pittsburgh is 8-7. So, barring some sort of miracle, Baltimore is going to make the playoffs. For the first time in OFL 21, Boomy's going to have a playoff team. Probably. 14 hours until I go to the Rutgers game. Nice. Malachi trade was a W. Yeah, I would agree with that. He's been way better with the Colts than he was in Pittsburgh. Toronto throttles the Bengals 38-13, so Toronto's hopes are still alive. Now the best running back on the board is Dare Ogunbowale. Well, at least I know who that is. I wouldn't say he's good. What are the tight ends? Dan Arnold's not bad. Christopher Herndon's there. Yeah, let's get Arnold. What's the deal here with Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones is hurt. Uh-oh. Your 4-mile time is 31:30. Beat that, nerds. I don't know if I can run 2 miles in that time. I definitely could not do 3 miles in that time. 2, probably. I don't know about 3. Is that everyone? Yep. Did we see the Bulldogs game? Yeah, they beat the Cowboys. Yeah. Okay. So the Caps and the Diablos have both clinched the #1 seeds in their conference, and nobody else has clinched a playoff spot. No, the Jets have. Okay, so the Jets are in. So there are 11 playoff spots up for grabs going into Week 17. That's a big number. 11 teams need to clinch. So in the AFC North, the Cougars and Ravens are tied for first. The Steelers are right behind. The AFC South, the Colts and Titans are tied for first. And the Jags are right behind. The AFC East, the Jets have now clinched the division. So the 8-7 New York Jets are in the playoffs. In the AFC West, the Diablos have clinched. The Raiders should probably get in as a wild card. The Chiefs and Chargers still are technically alive, probably, but they are fighting for their lives. In the North, the Packers and Steelers are tied for first. Toronto is 1 back. In the South, Carolina and the Bucs are separated by 1 game. In the NFC East, the Caps have clinched. The Bulldogs are fighting for a wild card spot. So is Philadelphia. Then in the good old NFC West, the Niners, Cardinals, and Snowhawks are all 8-7. So the seedings are probably going to be Diablos, Colts, Cougars, Jets, Titans, Raiders, Ravens, with the Jags and Steelers right behind. And I guess all of these 7-win teams are eliminated. Wait, no. No, they can still get past Jacksonville and Pittsburgh. Okay, so the Texans, Chiefs, and Chargers all have very slight chances. And then New England, Cincinnati, Miami, and Buffalo are done. In the NFC, it would be Columbus 1, Carolina 2, Green Bay 3, San Francisco 4, London 5, Cardinals 6, Snowhawks 7, with the Steamers, Bucks right on their tail, and Toronto, Philadelphia, and Orlando still having a shot. The Rams, Saints, Lions, and Cowboys are eliminated. How much of that did I get right? Pretty much all of that. I think I nailed it. Maybe the wild cards weren't like in perfect order, but for the most part, I pretty much nailed that. So, pat on the back for me. Good job. The amount of money you've spent on free agents is a large number, I'll tell you that. Players of the week are Alexei Smirnov again, Vincenzo Pagiotti, Roquan Smith, who forced 2 fumbles. Wow. And then Grady Jarrett, who had 3 sacks. So I do want to see the quarterback stats. We're not going to go through all the numbers now because we're going to do that at the end of Week 17. But I want to see what the MVP race looks like right now. Damn! Look at Katie Katz. I didn't realize he was that good. I didn't realize his numbers were that close to Eddie Smalls. Smalls' rating is quite a bit better, though. We should probably sort by rating. I didn't realize Katie Katz had 40 touchdowns, but now that I see that, I should not be that surprised. So of starters, Eddie Small is first in rating, followed by Will Duvall, Riley Painter, Katie Katz, Jordan Love. Jameis is probably not an MVP candidate. Neither is Trout. Phil Chippendale, Andy Morrison. Alexei Smirnov could still possibly make the top 5, and then I don't think there's any chance anybody else is really in serious consideration. Who leads in picks? Kenneth Hawthorne. Why am I surprised? Obviously, it's Kenneth Hawthorne. Duh. The MVP frontrunner in the game is KD Katz. Followed by... what? Why is 2 a second? Okay. You do you, madam. Andy Morrison, Eddie Small, Baker Mayfield, Alexei Smirnov, Javi Beretta, Jordan Love, Jameis Winston, Carson Wentz. Yeah, this is really bad. I noticed that Riley Painter, who is arguably the MVP frontrunner here, is not even in the top 10. Yikes, that's bad. Kenneth Hawthorne is Jameis Winston in 2019. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe a less extreme version. Has Duvall started every game? I think he has, yes. Am I up soon? I am up next. Is this the last pick? This is the last pick. Okay. I have one more pick, boys. The best player on the board is... how is it Greg Joseph? Oh, wait, no, that's projected points. The top projected player is Tyler Croft. Ooh, James Washington is there. I mean, if he gets traded... yeah, James Washington is kind of the good pick. Cool. Why did I go on salaries? I want injuries. Duvall's an MVP candidate. I agree with that. There's a legit shot he makes the top 5. Byron Jones is out 2 weeks. That's new. Saquon broke his foot. What? He's out for the year, right? This didn't happen in the watch game, did it? Wow. No, it happened against Buffalo. Wow. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Torn Achilles for Kevon Barksdale. Apple, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jaquan Gore's healthy already. Okay. David Dyson, broken collarbone. IT is 2 more weeks. Who is your backup? We can check. Aaron Jones is hurt too, remember. Ed Oliver, quad tear. He's out 5 weeks. Oh, yeah, I forgot Jalen Ramsey broke his femur. That's right. Khalil Baker is out 5 weeks. Malik Ward is out 6. Aaron Jones pulled his groin. I suppose it could be worse. So he'll be out until the conference championship week. And they're probably not going to make it. So he's probably done. So we'll check their running back situation too. So the Colts backup running back is... dear Lord, it's Jeremy Mentor. Apple, you should probably put Saquon on IR because he's not going to come back even if you make the OFL Bowl. And you should probably sign someone. Yeah, this guy's bad. His season high in yards per carry is 4. That's like average. And that's his season high. We can look at the top running backs, and then I'll check Toronto's running back situation, and then I guess we'll probably end the stream. Okay. So, I mean, these guys aren't great, but it's better than what you got. So you should probably claim one of these guys here towards the top. And then Toronto, I think they have a pretty good backup. Certainly not as bad as Indy. I can confidently say that. Saim Naheem. Okay, do you want me to put Saquon on IR? Because we can just do this now. It is Trent Newman. I mean, he's not good, but in comparison to the Colts, I guess it could be worse. Cut Saquon. Why would I do that? Do you not care about the long-term... we can put Saquon... oh, you don't even need a roster spot. Putting Saquon on IR gives you guys a roster spot anyway, just for future reference. You don't need to cut him. But since you have a roster spot, you don't even need to put him on IR. Oh, yeah, they're broke. Okay, so just cut someone. I can go through your salaries real quick. Just cut someone who's a little bit expensive, and then you can sign Nyheim Hines. Yeah, but if you cut Saquon, look at that penalty. And you can't even, he's hurt. So first of all, you couldn't cut him if you wanted to. But since his cap penalty is so big, he would lose money. So you probably want to cut someone whose penalty is low and who's making like $2.5 million. So like someone up here. Like, I mean, I know Andrus Pete's probably a starter. Frankie Louvu. Yeah, maybe you could do Frankie Louvu and Aaron McAdams. I mean, they're not... Do they start for you? I think Pete's probably a starter, right? Yeah, Pete starts. Do those other two guys start? Louvu does, but your backup isn't much worse. And then McAdams doesn't. So you probably want to cut Louvu and McAdams. Or if you have a good backup out of the offensive line, you can cut Andrus Pete. And then you wouldn't have to cut either of those defensive players if you did Pete. And you could also sign a new offensive lineman. Yeah, Wheeler could always slide over to right guard. Why does it... Oh, wait, why is Saquon at the top? I guess it doesn't matter. He can't play regardless. But yeah, it's probably in your best interest to cut Pete because Wheeler's not much worse. I mean, you could also probably sign an offensive lineman too. I mean, I'm not going to go through the entire offensive line free agency now. That's somewhere in the waiver video. But you can think about it, and then you can put it in the Discord for the next couple days. You don't need to do it now. But I guess that will... Oh, wait, no. One more thing. We got to see the Week 17 schedule. How did I forget? So we have a lot of good games, and it's not this one. Thunderbirds Caps is a good game, but I don't know if I want to watch it because the Caps have already gotten the 1 seed. And Toronto probably doesn't get in, even with a win, although they're not out. Rams Bucks, no. Chiefs Eagles, no. Texans Diablos, no. Okay, so this is the first really good game. Colts and Titans, the winner takes the division. It's that simple. Raiders Bulldogs isn't bad. Jags Niners isn't bad. Snowhawks Cardinals, the winner of this game probably wins the West. So yeah, we've got some options. We've got some good options. What's the O-line free agency? You can just check the waiver video. Some of those top guys might be gone. You can always check who's been claimed and who hasn't. But that 74 overall Wheeler, he can slide over to right guard too. So that works as well. But that will end the stream, I guess. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Week 17 will most likely be Tuesday. There's a slight chance it could be Monday. But I'm going to plan for it to be Tuesday. And I'll let you guys know if the plan changes. Alrighty, peace out, everybody.